Alright, we have 2 minutes left in practice. There goes Davis with his rookie cave throwback scheme. Taking a fun little ride there. I'll start off by saying thank you for joining us for tonight. We are at Darlington, throwback weekend. Have you seen plenty of Jeff Gordon throwback schemes? Dale Earnhardt scheme right in front of him. You know, if it's part of the famous group, that makes sense. We're gonna get plenty of those throwbacks. So we are in race number 5 out of a 10 race season. We are actually nearing the middleway part of the season. Definitely have some favorites heading towards this championship battle. Jason Lance, Kyle Carpenter. Actually 1 and 2 at the moment. Harry Lindmark will probably need a late resurgence to get up there, but definitely able to. And I'm going to look at the point standings. We'll have some drop weeks, but currently, as of last week, we had a tie with Jason Lance, Kyle Carpenter for first overall, and a tie for second as well. Brent McCoy and Ryan Stenhoff. Gage Botman in fifth. Mitchell Calvin also tied for fifth. And another tie with Casey Pfeiffer and Jordan Twynham. So a lot of ties so far. Heading out of last week, Bristol in the standings. So today is a pretty important race to get yourself established as the middleweight point of the season. Alright, and practice comes to an end. We will do qualifying right now, as soon as I see pop up on the board. Right now, Gage Bookman's Baby Ruth scheme mimics Jeff Gordon's, I believe it is one of his beginning schemes. I don't know if that was the Bush series scheme that he. In practice, a lot of people have been hitting the wall again. That famous Darlington stripe, actually hitting the wall and spinning to the inside. And this track has a very interesting line here. We'll take a look right after this. I'll probably go on the 10, Harry Lindmark. You can see Harry there. No throwback for Harry. Although it does look very close to the previous Haviland scheme. You can see into turn 1 high. Actually, no, we're in turn 4. Okay. Now we'll take a look at his line. Not gonna get throttle inputs, and that's not accurate at all. Thank you, Harry. But he got pulled. And Jason. Brent McCoy, another fast guy, trying to establish himself as well. And I don't think we'll see the whole thing. Oh, he's on the back stretch. Or no, that's start-finish line. Oh, now it's the start-finish line. But you can see his line a little bit. Trying to take that late apex, and very difficult track here. Turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4 are drastically different. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 are different in a lot of tracks, but not as different as here because there's the famous pond. that in the middle of it. That's why the track had to be formed a certain way. But you're on the gas much longer than you anticipate in turn 1. You let the vehicle drift up high. And then 3 and 4 isn't too abnormal. But 1 and 2 is take some guts, you know, make sure everything's full throttle for that long in the turn, and then you let off when it drifts high on you. Kyle Carpenter currently is in the lead right now. Harry Limerick in second. Bob Mike's third. That's great for him. I see a couple guys out here. Just chilling. No throwback scheme for Austin Johnson. And you can see right there, we're going to experience that a lot. He's getting on the brakes right now so he can redo his run before he crosses that start-finish line. But yeah, that's going to be pretty normal. Unfortunately, very similar as to what happened at Bristol. We're going to get lined up. I'll go through the grid order. I'll give it some time for people to stop by. I'll go through now, and if you're not there, I won't say your name because I don't know who you are. Kyle Carpenter going to be starting us for pole, and that AC Delco, Ken Schrader throwback. The reason why I know it's Ken Schrader is because he told me, or in our Discord chat. His outside the number 10 machine of Harry Limerick, and in third place the 17 of Bob Mikes. To his outside the number 3 of Nick Good, and fifth spot we have the 86 of Jason Lance. 7th, he hasn't gridded yet. And 8th, we are going to go to the 98. That is Casey Pfeiffer. We're now up to number 8, the 33 of Andrew Davis. And 9th, the number 70, Evans. And rounding out the top 10 is the 99 of Brent McCoy. I'm going to kind of space everybody out, see who's there. And the 101 was the guy I wasn't early. You can see Alex Reno in the 22, and 11th, the number 4, Jordan Lane, 12th. And guys go from back there. The number 5, 13th, Jordan Twynham, 14th, 4. I'm not going to be able to see people very soon, of Austin Johnson. A different white car in front of it. Oh, I think that was Gage Bookman, actually. 24 is in last. But anyways, there's the lineup. We're going to go back up front. Kyle Carpenter going to be leading. Jason Lance, right now the guy chasing for the championship. Couple rows back. Have a quick amount of time. We'll see where the 10 is in the standing. Oh, Limerick's at 9. Alright, pace truck down the safety pit road, and away we go. Great jump from him, but the outside is going to be dominant here. So the 10 isn't in a terrible spot. You can see him being able to get the power down. Right now, Bob Mikes is going to be able to slot back in line. So, and a lot of people single filing already back. We have some people double file. And already going for a pass, Brent McCoy trying to slice and dice his way up to the field. Trying to get some more points. And some people, you can see that smoke has been tapping the wall already. But he's going into the turns a lot deeper than everybody else. And I think... Oh, this is so tough to see what numbers people are, but I believe everybody is single file at the moment. I say that, and Reno just tried to pull a move on their Maxwell House Silverado. And it looks like Davis going to be trying to make a move too on Rick Evans. Or not. Gage Bookman said otherwise. But Kyle Carpenter is putting a couple tenths over Harry right now, 0.333 seconds. And it's all going to be about tire saving and yellow. Someone probably whacked the wall and spun it. Oh, Gage Bookman manually threw the line flag. Surely then Gage got into the wall, but was something else. Oh, Edward Gibson had an issue with the 24. So you can see Gibson there, got into the wall a bit, 24 into the back of him, sent him down to the inside wall, lost a fender and his nose, and that's exactly how the truck will look like in practice. He's going to need a fast repair. You can see that tire's disconnected. Seven life laps here at Darlington. And we're already on lap number 6. Unfortunately, racing incident, 24 didn't have enough time at all to check up. And people are going to overdrive the turn a lot and get into the wall, especially when tires get worn, car gets tight. That's going to happen quite a bit. But as the laps go on, people get spaced out. Hopefully, we can cross our fingers. Hopefully, limit the yellows, and we can try and see some good racing throughout the field. It will happen. And tire saving will be a big factor here. A lot of comers goers. Kyle Carpenter good at tire saving. Jason Lance. Last time we saw a tire saving deal going on, he was able to save it better. So Jason, I believe, is going to have a shot at it. He's currently in 5th. And last I saw in the standings, Kyle Carpenter and Jason Lance were tied. We still have quite a lot of racing left in the season, but today does mark the halfway point in the season. still some time for some people to sneak up and make a late resurgence, and then I'll be talking about them later on. Alright, pace truck down to the safety of pit road, and away we're going green. Pit road starts so far back.
Green, green, green.
And he launches, and Bob Mikes, we'll see if Bob can... Oh no. Bob isn't even able to get third right now on his outside. He has the third, or the 3 still there. Bob Mikes might fall down to 4th because of this. Oh, he does able to dive a little deeper, able to get ahead of the 3. Look at this. Everybody's single file right now at the moment. We're gonna have the camera angle on this for a bit, just because. Oh, some people back there tapped the wall. I think that was Gage again got into the wall. Right now, that's his favorite friend at the moment. He's on the top side defending against Pfeiffer though. Reno looking to come into the mix. Engage definitely had to check up a bit, so he didn't get into the wall, but he's driving it hard on the top side, gonna go into the wall a bit. Just trying to get a run on the 5. Unfortunately, not able to do so. And by the way, Kyler Carpenter has turned his lead already to a little more than 3/10, and not in like a couple laps. Flying at the moment. Oh, out. Gage got into the back of the 5, got him a little squirrely back there. It looked like he him square. I wonder if he was trying to push him because he had Pfeiffer on his inside. They're able to get away well though. And Reno taps the ball a bit. Behind them, I think that's the 4 truck. No. Who was that? Oh, it's a 12. Of Chavez Essery. And he actually managed to get by Reno, so he's put himself in the mix. Bookman gonna try and go at it again. Pfeiffer, nope, he went down a block in the wrecking behind. Big wreck. 33 involved as well. 4 dives down to safety. The 84 avoiding as well. I think that all started with a 98, and then Reno, in typical fashion, got collected. I don't know if they're going to pit so soon, but we're going to take a look again what happened. So he got loose or tight into the wall, tapped by the 12, into the wall again, and checking up to 24, got into the back of the 22, and 33 sent for a spin as well. That was a really good battle until we had that caution. But with this good racing, hopefully, I'm able to see that what's going on instead of and see, that energy that leads up to the yellow, because there's a lot of racing that I definitely wouldn't have seen prior. And you can see Gage's truck. His graphic designer is probably not too happy with him at the moment. Oh, some people stayed out, some people pitted. The 98 actually stayed out. I believe Reno stayed out as well. Or unless I missed it. Not that far ahead of Gage. Alright, no lights on the pace truck. It's gonna go way down. And we're gonna rack them, stack them, and we'll go at it again. Kyle Carpenter on the leading, Harry Lindmark gonna be on the outside. If Harry can time it perfectly, gonna take the lead because he's in that outside lane. But Kyle's been pretty unpredictable, able to catch people off guard with his restarts so far. And oh, Bob Mike's pitted, so he's no longer in the top picture.
Green.
Alright, and Kyle fires off pretty early. Definitely catches Lindmark off guard. He's going to get to the lead right away. Good is going to having a fantastic run. Good's going to be side by side with the 10, but with that top side, I believe he's going to pull away. And there we go. We can see the momentum he has. They're wrecking behind.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, man. Reno involved again. Alright, see Reno on the bottom. Was that Gage or the 24? Gage, yeah, and they just stacked up. Gage tagged guy in front of him, which sent him down into Reno. I think if I have the camera just on Reno, he'll see plenty of action to make this whole thing entertaining. Oh, and we're given EOLs for people to cause accidents. That didn't happen last race. I think that's a fantastic idea. Gage obviously didn't do it on purpose, but he's going to get an EOL because of that. Just tagging the guy in front of him. Oh, want to take a look at the race, don't you? Good is having a fantastic run here. Compared to a lot of his other finishes, right now in the third place, very solidly qualified up here. It's a track that takes a lot of talent. Very impressive for him. Great run. He's able to get or jump along with Carpenter, but he cannot or hasn't been able to clear Lindmark so far, just because he's stuck on the inside line. And it looks like Jason Lance lost the position to Chavez. But now Jason Lance is going to be on the top side, which could be beneficial for him if he's side by side with the guy. This means he didn't have enough time to get back around him because of the start, because his caution happened so quickly after. And we're going green flag racing once again here, lap number 20. Good jump by Carpenter, very similar as to last time. With Nick Good on the inside of the 10, but you're going to see right now the 10 is going to be able to get to the gas sooner and pull alongside, and actually he wasn't able to get to the gas as soon. Nick Good still side by side right now, battling for second. Putting up one heck of a fight behind our leader. Not able to clear him quite yet. He's probably going to try sending it into the turn, see if he can clear him, and he does. He sends it into the turn. Nick Good up to second place. Oh, and the 10 also into the wall as well. The 99 and 86 are going to get by him. Jason Lance was clear, but he did leave a lane up there for a little extra security. Sometimes in the car that is very hard to judge. And now Harry Lindmark is going to have to try and regroup, get by, but this track is really hard to pass at. And this is going to involve Bob Mikes. I think someone spun in front of him, but we will see. Right now on the inside of the 84. Oh! Gage got into the wall again. Wow. That was a fantastic save by Bob. Gage is not having a friendly race though. And he just lost his rear tailgate. But Gage is best friends with that outside wall tonight. I think these guys are coming to repair damages. Piper has a really interesting scheme. It looks like he created it himself, which is impressive. As for a Jeff Gordon scheme, but on it, instead of the DuPont, it says Ford. Ah. This is the closest I can get. Actually, I can take a better look at it. Yeah, it says Ford in that spot. That's pretty creative. I like that scheme. Versus some of these guys probably pick something on Trading Pates, which Trading Pates is cool. You're definitely participating. But when you create your own scheme, it's on a whole new level of talent. We do have 18 guys here, which is a really great showing. And Tyler Wenzel is probably going to show up in 19th, but looks like he's race control. I'm seeing him giving people EOLs. Alright, time to rack him, stack him once again. Kyle Carpenter going to be on the lead. Nick Good this time on the outside. We'll see what he can do with that. And then Brent McCoy on the inside, followed by Jason Lance, the number 4 spot. And we'll see if Jason can do any magic with the outside lane to slowly get up to Carpenter and maybe get some points here. But I do not think a lot of these guys have taken tires yet. And there we go. Pace truck down to pit road. Kyle Carpenter are going to take us away. Once again, fires off pretty early. Kind of the same thing we've seen, but Nick Good is in that top lane now. If he can get to the throttle down before McCoy, but he got a little loose in the top lane. Exit the turn, he and McCoy are going to be side by side. And McCoy going to be able to take the number 2 spot, gaining a position and caution. Kills it, man. His truck didn't even come to a complete stop yet. Oh my. Okay, so it's gonna be up around 7. I think Gage is gonna have a great view of it. Take a look at it. 7 gets turned. Gage into the back of him. 7 comes up the track. The 4 starts to climb the wall a little bit, and that is our yellow. Into the back of someone else. Not sure why Bob Mikes is out. He's probably gonna get a wave around if I were to guess. But so far, the big factor in determining your position has been how well can you do on the restarts. Brent McCoy able to catch up there. Nick Good He got second, and then he fell back to third. 'Cause he got a little loose in that top lane. They mark up to fourth right now. Actually, he was able to get by Jason Lance. So Lance falling back down to fifth, but they haven't really been able to kind of get their stuff together and pull out a long run, which will go into favor definitely of Kyle, who's been able to control this race from the top spot. I was thinking Lance was going to be a contender, but the cautions have been stacking up. Definitely is really hard to kind of talk with some commentary when they're pacing, but thank you, Brian. I don't know. I got a league for you, Brian, if you want to join it. Thank you, Brian. And I'll put a little commentary on Brian. He's the owner of a different league. I don't know if I can say the league, but Brian, if you want to say in the comments, I won't control you. But yeah, I did broadcast for Brian's league, and now thankfully I'm here with the Outcast guys. And Brian, I mean, you clearly have nothing to do at the moment. I'd love to see you in the field. You know, make a splash, make some noise. And so you can rock your number 77. However, we do have 77 leading at the moment, that being Kyle Carpenter. So, I don't know. You could probably pick the next best number, like 38. It could be the number 38 and actually run up front against, or unlike, some other guy who drives the 38 all the time and whose name happens to be Matt Moreau. No lights on the pace truck. We're going to get going next time by down to the safety of pit road, which I say all the time. And here he goes. Carpenter going to try again for another start. Another fantastic start. But Brent McCoy, throughout the race, or the season, he's been pulling some really good starts, timing it right. And you can see right now, Brent McCoy able to get a much better start compared to everybody else. And at Darlington, that's absolutely critical to be in the top lane. But he gets a little loose. If he can exit the turn, though, still with his nose. Oh! Carpenter gets turned! Big wreck in front of everybody. They all stack up. That's huge. Absolutely huge. Oh, man. I don't know if Carpenter thought he was cleared, but he definitely got tagged into the wall, whether Brent McCoy came down or not. Dang. And that's going to put Nick Good as the leader. That's alright. I'm going to take a look from... I'm going to try and get a camera angle. Probably a chopper looking at Brent. And then everybody just stacked up behind because they're still double file at the point. Oh, Brian, I love your comments. Yeah, you can see it just started. I think the 77 came up a little bit. And then you can see everybody just piling in. Thankfully, this league gives you one faster pair, and they're able to get going, but Carpenter is going to be having to pass a lot of cars. If I look closely, I don't think Carpenter came up a lot. I'd have to probably look at that again. Maybe there's some netcode, but I do have it back to live screen. If that was netcode, that would absolutely stink. Last thing I want in this race is Netco. I just want some racing. And McCoy probably would have taken the lead if that had not happened. Yeah, he sure did. He ate it. Head on, too. This will definitely shake things around quite a bit. It's up front. I think Bob Mikes is there. Bob Mikes is probably going to get a lap back or moved around. I didn't think Bob was a lap down though. But my ticker's kind of messed up. Oh, it says Pfeiffer's up there, but there we go. Yeah, Pfeiffer currently leading in that 98 machine. Michael Boisvert in number 2, and Philip Chavez in third spot. Nick Good fell up, probably from checking up after that. He's now down to 6. Brent McCoy involved in that, down to 7th. And Kyle Carpenter down to 15th. I think Carpenter got a brand new car. He did. That's now a shiny car. Or now a shiny car. And Reno's probably repairing some damage because Reno gets collected in every accident whatsoever. Where did the 98 go? Or not 98. 86. Oh, and Jason Lance was involved in that as well. So he's all the way in back too. We have our 2 points leaders at the moment into the back. And they're side by side with each other. If Jason made it through, you would have gotten a huge points advantage. Okay, yeah, I was wondering if it was Netco because I didn't think Carpenter went up enough to really clear himself. It looked like he kind of stayed in his lane, but I only looked at the replay once because I want to kind of go back to the action. So, I had a feeling I was mispronouncing his name. So it's Bovair. Gotcha. I am going to forget about that, and you're more than welcome to correct me. But Bovair up to the 2nd place, and thank you for correcting me, because I feel really dumb now. Pace truck goes away, and we're going to get going green once again. Brand new, fresh front of the field we have going on here.
Green flag.
And Pfeiffer away really well. Bovair wasn't able to time him perfectly, and I believe Chavez is going to be able to clear him. And we can see some action going back on there. Oh, I think Bovair has older tires, possibly? But I can see right now Andrew Davis trying to get around him, and there's been quite a big gap developed between himself and the leaders. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Bovair. Alright. Anyways, I probably sound stupid when I read the comments, and then I go back to commentary. And yeah, I probably sound dumb for someone who isn't able to read that. But Bovair, a little tight up into the wall, but he still maintains 3rd. These guys are stacked up behind him, but Andrew Davis cannot get through at the moment. Nick Good moved his way up to 5th. And right now, 33 to the inside. Bovair was trying to give some room, and he clipped the wall, allowing 33 to get by. And then number 3 to his inside. Oh, he's not having a fun time at all. But that is a really sharp Dale Jr. throwback scheme, and I like how he did the red on that. He has fallen back to 9th, though. Hopefully he can collect himself up again and try and give another charge at it. I mean, he got up to 3rd to begin with, so definitely has some speed. But I the speed difference, it's got to be something with the tires. Up in front of him, though, we have Gage Bookman battling with the 99. And McCoy isn't able to clear him. Now he is. He's going to slide up in front of that 36. And see the run out of the turn? No, he got a little loose, so definitely has to settle back into that position. And I can see up front, I'm looking at the counter, Pfeiffer is half a second in front, and Nick Good is pretty far back. I'll go over here to look at the gap difference, but hasn't been that many laps, and Pfeiffer's been pulling quite a ways. Kyle Carpenter started 15th, he's now up to 10th, so he'll be actually, I probably should move the camera down to him, because he just completed another pass. I think Carpenter is the fastest truck in the field. Brent McCoy, another fast one that I'll keep my eye on as well. Brent McCoy up to 7. And Jason Lance, 13th at the moment. So not progressing as much as he thought he would probably. See some people with a close battle. Like Chavez Essery.
Yellow flag.
And yellow flag is out, so it doesn't matter what I look at the moment. It's the number 4. And actually, I don't know what caused it, because the 84 spun as well. So we'll take a look at both of them real quick. I'm way too far back. So you're going to see me go backwards, because I don't care. It's iRacing and it's not real anyway. So I believe, yep, tight into the wall. His tires, oh, and he just whacked the inside. And then, oh, and he blew his motor too, so he has to probably tow. And then I think the 4 spun right after that. The 4's left front looks a little funky. Oh, he was trying to go to pit road a little too fast. But I think the caution was because of the 84. And he is repairing his damage. I don't know if he already used his one faster pair or if he thinks the truck isn't messed up. I just see a fender and a lot of front nose damage on him. Hopefully he can get that thing going again. Some 4 fresh tires. And I did it again. Alright. There we go. 84 is just repairing his damage. I didn't really miss a whole lot by leaving it loading. '98 still gonna be leading us. It looks like the 101 will be the challenger in second. We'll see if he can get a good start. The only guy, and it doesn't shock me, that's gotten a good start from second has been that 99. And he has moved his way up to 6. Holy cow. He's moved his way up to 6. I think we do have a few guys that stayed out, like the 24, the 3 stayed out. Alright, now I have to think of something to talk about for one whole lap till the pace car goes away and we can try rack them, stack them again. We are over the halfway point though, so that is a good sign for some of these people that want to get their day over with. And I'm thinking of like Gage Bookman, Bovair, people who just had nothing go right. Alex Reno. I don't know where Reno went. But looks like Reno's been clean since he took his faster pair. I just jinxed the kid. Alright, the moment we've been waiting for. Green flag's gonna go very shortly. We'll see Pfeiffer and Chavez through the line, and we have some people I believe are going to be on older tires.
Green flag.
We'll see what that happens. Pfeiffer with a good jump. Chavez, not so much. But Chavez is able to retain that second spot. And I'm hearing a few people get into the wall back there. Going to look at the camera. We'll see everybody looks to be good. Sorry. Out of turn number 2. And they're all single filed out at the moment. One guy up in the wall, and he does a good job keeping it up there. I don't know who that is. Someone that's fallen back. I believe that's Jordan Lane in the 4. But someone was smoking. I hope that was smoke from the wall. Actually, Pfeiffer got into the wall a bit. And that is going to allow the 101 to go by, the number 3 to go by, and the 24. I thought the 24 was on old tires. I guess not. Just being able to put up this much of a challenge. Oh! Pfeiffer into the wall, 24, and they all stack up. That's been the cause of the majority of the accidents. One guy goes up into the wall, gets tight, because thinking Darlington, and then he gets collected. That's exactly what happened to Pfeiffer. He got tight up into the wall, and the 24 plowed into the back of him. And he's got a tow. Alright, I'm going to see if anybody comes down pit road so I can take a look at that. If they don't, I'll try to quickly look over at the 98. But if not, worst case, we did see that happening in real time. And he's still there. Oh, he actually towed, so he might be waiting for the tow. Oh, and that's why Bovair waited for so long too, because he had to tow as well. That previous incident. Yeah, turn 1 and 2 is really tough. I'm always slow because of that double apex. It's a really unique turn. And I'm slow because I always think I'm going to go straight into the wall. Which a lot of these guys have gone straight into the wall. Green 4 is pretty not overly complex, but 1 and 2 I still need to personally figure out. And we'll see any takers. No, I am going to try and take a look what happened more in depth with the 98. I do not have a lot of time left. Darn it. We'll see. You can see right now, up into the wall. I need to go ahead a little more. I think it's going to happen this turn. Yeah, up into the wall. Lost a couple spots. The 24 able to sneak by. Doesn't quite clear him. I'm a liar. I think it's going to happen the next turn. Oh, no, it happens there. And then the 10 plows into him. 77. And I think the 33 got some contact there at the end. Let's see how much time I left on the pace truck, and we're going to go back to real time. Ah, we still have lights on the pace truck. We're okay. And Kyle Carpenter up to third. He's definitely made his way up front. And the 86, he's now into the picture as well. Brent McCoy, yeah, able to make his way up. So we have our front runners slowly being able to make their way through the field as the field dwindles down. And because of the fast repairs, no one has taken a DNF quite yet. We do have Jordan Lane, though, who's 4 laps down. Pfeiffer, 2 laps down. Did Pfeiffer... Yeah, Pfeiffer with a fast repair, but he had to tow. And Michael Bover, 1 lap down. So Michael would be the lucky dog when the next yellow comes out. Alright, Chavez, he's going to launch. Yeah, definitely catching 3 off guard, and I believe Carpenter is able going to take over the second spot. Last time that Good was side by side with someone, he got a little loose on the top side and gave up the spot, but right now Good doing a good job fighting back, allows Chavez to pull away a little more. And Good's able to clear Carpenter, and the front 4 is going to settle in line. Carpenter is now going to have to try and take the hard way around to pass the 3, which I believe he definitely has the speed to do it, but Good has been very disciplined so far. And this track is, you're going to see, hard to pass because Carpenter all over the back bumper of him. And you can see the 99 very tell your screen. I won't count him out quite yet. But off of that turn number 2, Good was able to close up right to that bumper, the 101. Chavez is going to slide up a little bit. Carpenter, or not Carpenter, Good, able to close the gap even more right now. Like a bumper in between the guys. And you can see a lot of hide and go seek, but the 3 with a great save. And Carpenter had to let off a little bit too, so no one got collected. And the battle for third is on, but we have another yellow. Oh, that was gonna be looking to be good. But this track is not my favorite, and this is one of the reasons why. I think Brent McCoy, according to the score, maybe got by the 3. Or, I said that wrong. I think Brent McCoy probably got around Carpenter. putting himself in the 3 spot. So that's where I got the 3 from. And our caution is the 24 and... Wait, Reno? Okay. 24 and Reno got together. Time to see what happened. I'm gonna take a guess. Reno got tightened up the wall. He did. Into the wall. The 24. I think the 24 had time to let off. But that's just because I don't have a filter. Into the back of Reno. And both of them get away with hardly any damage. Oh, sugar. We have a lot of people on pit road. I can't tell when people are on pit road. Yeah, I haven't been keeping track. My ticker does that for me. But this is the first time that Outcast has been back, so I assume next season probably a select amount of tracks are going to be dropped from the schedule, which hopefully... I like Bristol and I don't like Darlington, but those tracks have created a lot more yellows compared to the other ones. But this group has... The cautions haven't been too bad, besides these 2 weeks. Like Charlotte had 1 yellow. That race ended up being due to tire saving. And Daytona was like an average Daytona. It wasn't wreck after wreck after wreck. I'm trying to think, what else did we have? But yeah, the only ones that have been kind of high pacing, which is a popular trend, have been this week and Bristol last week. Which unfortunately kind of puts a little sour taste in people's mouths, even though it's been 2 races, well, 2 out of 5 races. And next week, we are going to be at Watkins Glen, which is, even if there's yellow, it's not going to throw a caution. And then we have Atlanta, which that one will be a fun one. An intermediate super speedway. Knoxville Dirt, that'll be another good one. I don't know how many yellows, but it'll be a good one. Can't get banged up too much on it. Then we have North Wilkesboro, a short track. We'll see how that compares to what Bristol was. And then Richmond. You don't get as tight at Richmond as you do. But turn 2 at Richmond is a tight turn. Actually, I'm excited for when Richmond comes up because that's the only track that I have a diverse camera set for. The guy hasn't ever gotten back to me about any camera sets for any of the other tracks. So I have Richmond, and I like Richmond because I can do a lot better cameras there than the default cameras anywhere else. At Wilkesboro, there definitely is a possibility of people running into the back of each other. I wonder if we had something like Nashville Fairgrounds, where you have a top side, like Bristol, but it's a short track. Large groups on short tracks don't mix well, unfortunately. But, I mean, you have to have at least some diversity. Which we're getting here. Chavez going to launch. Nick Good able to time it, not perfect, but well enough so he didn't fall back to 3rd. Carpenter going to be trying to chase him down once again. And what happened to... Why is Brent McCoy back there? What happened to Brent? Before the lead. Good to the inside of Chavez. Chavez is going to go up the track a little bit. Good going to take the lead by force. And Carpenter going to try and follow suit. Carpenter going to clear him as well. It's now going to be a battle between Carpenter and Nick Good once again with 11 laps to go. I'll have to give the official announcement next time by. We have a lot of people fanning out in the back, but I don't quite want to look at it too much. Oh, Chavez sent it into that turn. But you can see he cost him a little bit on an exit. Alright, now we're going to have the 10 lap to go mark here at Darlington. And Nick Good, he just has to stay disciplined for 10 more laps. He gets a break if there's a yellow. But a lot of people I'm seeing behind are pretty spread out. They were acting all crazy earlier. You can see right now the big picture of everybody around the racetrack. Towards the back, you see a lot of, or more double wide up front. It is really spaced out with Nick Good, Carpenter, and Philip Chavez. And a little space back between Gage. Gage had a really rough start. He's in the top 5 right now. Davis on his bumper. Right now, this track doesn't have a lot of opportunities to pass. So we're going to see a lot of follow the leader at the moment. But Carpenter is going to try and have to get a really good run on Nick, which I believe he can do. And Nick is going to have to stay disciplined to not give him that opportunity, because it's pretty much a one-group track. But he tapped the wall then, and tapping the wall is what is going to probably give Carpenter that chance. We can see him closing the gap even more. I know the 3's in the Intimidator, but right now Kyle looks to be pretty intimidating. Fast truck behind you, the points leader right behind you. And Nick Good wants to get that win. I'm almost positive of it. And this is going to be the longest laps for him. We're just starting lap number 70 out of 75. Carpenter with a great exit off of 2. He's going to be looking low, but not enough momentum.
The yellow flag is
And
out.
yellow flag is out. It's going to give Nick Good a little more breathing room. And it's going to set us up for a green-white checkered. I don't know if it's going to officially be a green-white checkered, but definitely, you know, going to eat those last couple bit up. Alright, what happened? If people pit, it'll something. I don't think they'll pit. Alright. Ooh. Oh, number 70, Rick Evans. He got into it with Gage. Poor Gage. Alright, but what happened? So you see the 70 maybe came up, squeezed Gage a bit, and then they just stuck on each other. I think the 70. I have a little time, so I'm going to take a look at that again, because I have magic tools to go backwards. And I think Gage is already up against the wall. Oh, now goes to Brisket down pit road. Set us up right now. We're under the 5 lap to go mark. It's saying 4 to go on the ticker. Nick Good, Kyle Carpenter, Philip Chavez. Those 3 definitely would have been the interview guys, but, you know, Yellow Flag wanted to make it entertaining, because iRacing thinks we all love yellows or something. For the record, that was a joke. But after those top three, Andrew Davis, Chavez Essery, Gage Bookman, Bob Mikes, Jason Lance, Austin Johnson, Harry Lindmark. That's going to round out the top 10, followed by Reno, Evans, Bovair, Twynham, McCoy. I have no idea what happened to Brent. He's been falling back like a rock. And McCoy's the last guy in the lead lap. Right now, Pfeiffer, one lap down. So if there's another yellow, Pfeiffer is going to get the lucky dog. But he had such a good run, it's going to come to an end. Unfortunately, disappointing for Pfeiffer. And to be honest, probably McCoy. Jordan Lane still 4 laps down, and Edward Gibson in the number 7. He is 6 laps down. Probably repairing this truck. Alright, when we get going, there's no lights on pace truck right now. It is going to be 2 to go at the line. So essentially, green white checkered, but we are not using the official green white checkered. So Nick Good is going to have to see how long he can stay in front of Carpenter if he wants to take, or if he is going to take the win here tonight. Carpenter has a chance for a good start on the top side. And we'll see, it comes down to this moment right here.
Green flag, green flag.
And away we go. Nick Good with a great start. Carpenter sleeping. And Carpenter is going to lose second to Chavez. Because of the start, Carpenter's probably not going to... Oh, I know he didn't like that. But right now he's going to send it into 3 and 4 on the inside of the 101. Not able to clear him. And this is just going to allow Nick Good to pull away. Carpenter's going to take advantage of that. And, oh, Chavez Essery. Holy cow, where'd he come from? He's now up to 3rd. We have a final lap here, a wrecking on the back. It doesn't matter. I'll have to look at that later, what's going on. But Nick Good out of 3 and 4. Going to pull the upset here, Darlington. And here it comes, crossing the line is number 3, Dale Senior throwback scheme. Usually has a Dale Senior scheme, but a little different tonight. Followed by Kyle Carpenter, definitely going to be taking over the points lead after this. And Chris Chavez Essery, the other Chavez, is going to take over the 3rd spot. What a run from Nick Good. Holy cow. Little mixture of luck, little mixture of skill. It don't matter. A win's a win. And he's going to be burning it down here. I'll quickly go through the rundown. We have Nick Good, Kyle Carpenter, Chris Chavez, Essery, Philip Chavez, Andrew Davis, Bob Mikes, Jason Lance. Oh, Jason caught up a bit. Gage Bookman fell back. He's in 8th. Harry Lindmark in 9th. Brent McCoy 10th. Rick Evans 11th. Austin Johnson 12th. Michael Bovair 13th. Jordan Twine 14th. Alex Reno 15th. Pfeiffer. These guys are still a lap down. Pfeiffer, Lane, Gibson, And it looks like Tyler Wenzel was our um race control. I'm not sure how Michael and Nick know each other, but that was a big love tap. That was funny. Yeah, definitely. I'll take a look and see what happened with that. I'm going to pause it. We'll take a look at that, and then we're gonna be interviewing the top three afterwards. All right, so I'm gonna go back, take a look at the five. Oh, Twynham. That's why Twynham fell back as much as he did. All right, so Twynham and or are going to be racing side by side. Austin Johnson. We'll take a look. My loading thing took or thought I took too long and it turned black, but this is what happened. Twynham on the inside, 24 on the top side, and oh, yep. And that's what they did. They just all piled into each other there. Reno sent spinning in typical Reno fashion, collected once again. And I'm going to pause it and we'll see what happened specifically with Reno. Go back. So as that's happening in front, oh, they got together then. Oh, and Bovair, as Bovair was trying to avoid it, he tagged Reno and sent Reno for a spin, but Bovair, it's either he went down low or piled into the wreck. And that's why Reno's finish is not that good. That sucks for Reno. Alright, I'm going to interview everybody. Looks like Nick is ecstatic. He just did some burnouts down pit road. Don't worry, I know that's still loading. I'm just trying to get a good camera angle or a good photo because it's going to stay like that. And then we'll interview the top three. Good Carpenter and Chavez Essery. Alright, we will start with the number 12. Hey Chris, Matt in the booth, you copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, that was pretty eventful for you. What led up to it? Because I know that final restart definitely helped you out there. But yeah, what events kind of led up from your perspective to then passing Phillip and then taking over the third spot at the end?
Yeah, when Philip and Kyle were running side by side, I think most of the lap before the white flag coming out, like going down the backstretch. And then going into one, I seen Kyle had momentum, and I just followed him underneath him. I was able to get a good run through the corner and clear him before exit, and that was pretty much it.
Gotcha. So with Carpenter and uh the other when they were balanced side by side, just allowed you to catch up to them.
Yeah, they kind of slowed up a little bit, and it also gave Gould a chance to kind of walk away from it. But yeah, I really only focused on beating my brother.
Oh, so you are related.
Yeah,
Okay, I just saw that like Chavez and Chavez was it Essery?
yeah,
Okay, I thought they were two different people. But yeah, they're brothers. Still some brotherly love right there at the end. But before tonight, were you expecting top three or like what were your expectations heading in?
Heading in, I just wanted to finish. I know this is a tough track, and I knew there was going to be a lot of wrecks, and track position was going to be important. And I didn't get a good qualifying. I hit the wall on both laps, so I had to start in the back. So really, I was just taking it one lap at a time.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Before we let you go though, anyone you want to thank for your performance tonight?
Just honestly, just the guys I raced with was how we happened to get a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish. Gold, Carpenter, and my brother. So just shout out to those guys for walking me through like how they're gonna run the track and whatnot.
Nice. Yeah, sounds good. It definitely helped you out there. But yeah, thank you for your time and have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. You too.
Nick's gonna kill me when he sees this replay because I pronounced his last name wrong the entire time. Same with Bover. Wonder who else I'm butchering. But Carpenter, at least I didn't butcher his name. Hey Kyle, Matt in the booth, you copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, second place. Very, very eventful for you. Um, Definitely a fast truck, but what happened from your perspective, the incident with Brent McCoy, and then having to go through the entire field again with, not many laps in between the cautions.
Yeah, I don't actually. I haven't even went back and watched it yet. But from in the truck, it just felt like I feel like it was like a racing deal. I don't feel like I came up. If I did, I come up maybe a little bit. Maybe he just come down. I don't. I haven't watched it back yet. That's the way I felt in the truck though. And if that's what it was, that's what it was. It's just racing, hard racing, and whatever. And then I almost got caught a lap down because I hit pit road immediately and took my fast repair and went back out and had to take the tires and fuel and barely made it off of pit road before it closed. And just kind of made my way through the pack somehow or another and found my way back to the front, just in the right spots and everything. And just got up to second behind Nick and I couldn't get around him. We done the same thing. He was running same lines. He really picked it up, and that's how the rest of the race went. I mean, I was really going for it. I'm really happy for Nick getting the win. He's my buddy, and it's really good to I'm excited because of the way the race went at the end between me and him, and then it was pretty much his after that last caution come out, giving us the green white checker. I didn't have a shot, but super excited for him getting the win, and I would have liked to win it myself. This is my favorite track, but just as great seeing him get the win.
Gotcha. Yeah, always good to see, teammate or someone you, friends with getting the win, if you don't get it. But yeah, he pretty much kind of went through a rundown, of everything there. But from what I saw, I mean, I did see your car go up a little bit, but then, after a little closer examination, I do think it was net code, which stinks. But you did a great job recovering there. Before we let you go, though, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I thank Gage for putting on the league and you for the broadcast.
Thank you, and have a good rest of your night.
You too.
All right, that was Kyle. I'm gonna start by apology. Hey, Nick, Matt, and Booth, you copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, when you look at this replay, I apologize. I called your last name Nick Good instead of Gold. Just a heads up. Chris corrected me. So I won't get it wrong for the next 5 races. But
No,
anyways, you
no
did a
worries, no worries.
don't kill me. But you did a fantastic run tonight here. Qualified up towards the front. I know it fell back a little bit, but you're able to regain that ground once again. And then battling Kyle, the fastest truck, there at the end. How was it, from your perspective throughout all of that?
Palm sweaty, mom spaghetti, man. Kyle, this is his kingdom here, and I had to keep him behind me. He's a hell of a racer at this track, especially. But racing through the pack was definitely fun. I just tried to hold my lane as much as possible, give more than get type of deal. And honestly, when it comes to Jerry and me like to bump elbows friendly, so we definitely gave each other our runs towards the end of it there, but up front it was hell of a good racing all the way around. Um, yeah, it feels great. I've never really won at Darlington. It's a very hard track to understand, but once you get your rhythm down, you just gotta understand that you don't just toss it in the turns and this and that. It actually has to do with like throttle management and getting off of it and whatnot. So this track is definitely one on my list that like I did not like coming into the service, but I came around to myself liking it type of deal. And it goes to show today. I got a battle up front, kept it there, and just proud of myself all the way around. Proud of the team up front too. Amazing finish all the way around.
Yeah, fantastic job for sure. I did comment, that you seem to be very disciplined. That last couple bit, you weren't making mistakes. The backhand wasn't catching out a bit. I think you tagged the wall once, but it didn't really matter too much. Kyle wasn't able to really get a run on you, and those little mistakes or the lack of mistakes, kind of helped you to seal that deal. So very nice job.
Yeah, the wind in these trucks are just insane. You need all the wind to catch up on the straightaways, and I figured if I pinch it as close as the wall as I can push it, just a paper between the wall, and hopefully he tries to match my wind as close to the wall, but I can't trick Jerry like that. I should have known better, but it's still semi worked.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Before we let you go, though, anyone want to thank for your performance?
Yeah, my whole team, honestly, I appreciate them pushing me through, teaching me the time, learn this track over the years and over the seasons I've been racing with them, and we've definitely come a long way.
Yeah, it definitely shows. Who is on your team, by the way?
We got we got Carpenter, we got Essery. Well, we actually got the two Chavezes, and we also got Jerry, Mr. Carpenter, and myself. We're just a bunch of friends all together throwing elbows when we get there on the track, but we all take it in stride and laugh at each other at the end of it.
Yeah. Wait, where's car number 3?
Number 77.
Wait, why do you call him? Oh, is his real name
Jerry.
Jerry? Even though the
No, we all call him Jerry because we know too many Kyles. He likes Jerry Reed.
okay, I'm not gonna remember that. But all right. So with your team, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fantastic.
Interesting for sure.
My team always self implodes whenever they get like 1, 2, 3, and then they always kill each other.
Well, that's what
But
it's gonna be at the end of the night. We're gonna look like the Hangover crew tomorrow morning. I mean,
gotcha. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Great race tonight.
I appreciate the broadcast. Appreciate Gage holding us all together. I appreciate everybody who came out to watch us.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night, yeah.
All right. That was Nick Gold, and yep, great interview from him. A lot of insight that was able to help there. Yeah, we did have 10 cautions. Not gonna deny the fact. But there was some good racing. It is really difficult to pass, but the racing we did see kind of in the middle of the pack was really good. I believe in the front of the pack, definitely would have been some good racing there as well. With Nick, Kyle, and then the Chavez is there, and then also McCoy, was another factor. Another car great in up front too. Next week we'll be at Watkins Glen. Hey, look, I'm prepared. I have my schedule up and everything. That's not going to happen in the future. But next week we'll be at Watkins Glen, my home track, and we'll do some road course racing. We'll see, if there's any road course winners here, or if Kyle, for example, if he's great at road courses and everything else, then he'll be able to extend that points lead. But we'll see you next week at the same time